one of the things that I think is so extraordinary about what I see going on in nano is the extraordinary interdisciplinariness of it.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if you would comment on how you see that changing the way science gets done, you know, not just in your lab, but what you think that's going to do to science education and science in 50 years
Yes.
and kind of where we are in history in your view, having practiced science as long as you have. How different is it today because nano has crossed these boundaries?
There's an aspect of what we're doing that's literally changing the way science and medicine is being done, in the sense of where interdisciplinary research that crosses boundary, how early it's coming into our education of our students. So I'm a professor that has come through a very traditional physics education as an undergraduate and in graduate school. I didn't come to interdisciplinary science until probably 5 years after I had become a professor. What is most dramatically changing is that this idea of applying tools and approaches in physics and in mathematics and chemistry to biology and biomedical science is happening earlier and earlier in our education of our students. So now, the students who are learning the fundamentals of their physics in their physics classes in the afternoon are going into my laboratory and they're studying mucus. Mucus. They're studying spit and saliva and snot. But what they're doing is they go to their physics class in the morning and their chemistry class and they learn about polymers and they learn about molecules that are chains and what properties chains have in terms of folding up or interacting with each other. They learn the basic physics of that. In the afternoon, they're not going to study a consumer plastic like polyethylene or polystyrene that a container would be made of. They're going into the laboratory and they're studying snot because snot is viscous because it has those molecules in it. So they're taking that physics, quantitative, abstract approach and they're applying it to a biomedical problem. And the snot they're studying is coming from a patient in the hospital because the doctors over in the CF Center are talking with the chemists, with the physicists, and the mathematicians completely on the other side of campus. So this is a completely different way, both of doing science, but also of educating the students. And I think that is really the most fundamental change.